how's everybody doing? Yeah, I don't really care. Simon lied to you. This is going to seem like a Tuesday at Shopper's Drug Mart. Anyway, I'm not your stereotypical comic. I have a car. I probably look familiar to almost all of you. I'm assuming that you've experienced the recent popular face aging app. You know, the first thing people ask me when they hear I do stand-up is, shouldn't you be sitting down? Immediately followed by, you know, how did you get into it? And I tell them, in much the same way that I conceived my first child, completely by accident. But you know, if you think about it, stand-up and the act of conception are pretty similar. You know, if you're doing it right, it can feel, you know, pretty good, from what I remember. You know, some people have a tendency to, you know, rush through it, you know, and miss the punchline, but, and still others, they'll just, you know, pretend to get it, right? But if you're doing it right, it feels pretty good. So I've been told. But I don't tend to joke about the same things that my younger cohorts do, especially the female comics. Like, they all have pieces about their periods, whereas I am a period piece. But you know, I still consider myself pretty hip. Yeah, I still have both of them. And I Netflix and chill. Yeah. I ice my shoulder while watching Stranger Things. You know, like Coach's Corner. Some of you got that joke. Did someone say that was cute? What else can I tell you about me? I'm the mother of 4. Yeah, I have 3 girls and a boy. I love my son. 2 of my kids are millennials, and 2 are Gen Xers. So there was a gap there, right? Or as I like to call it, a gaff. The older 2, they have kids of their own, you know, which makes me amazing. One of them, she ran track for OFSA. You familiar with OFSA? Yeah, she ran the 4x100 relay really fast. I told her when I was in high school, the guys all said I was fast too. Anybody in here remember me? Oddly enough, I never ran track. They all play hockey, competitive hockey. I loved it. I was a hockey mom. But that's entertainment, I can tell you that. But I never once got into a fight in those stands. I took that crap right out to the parking lot right below. Of course, I don't do that anymore because I was barred from that arena. But anyway, and one of my daughters, she played competitive soccer. They won the under 14 nationals in Vaughan. Yeah, and a great team of girls, and I wrote them a poem. And I wasn't sure they liked it because they all read it and smiled, but they said, "That's sick." So I said, you don't like it? No, they said, that's sick. That's awesome. And I went, oh my God. So you can imagine my relief when my doctor informed me my blood test came back and I was a very sick woman. Hashtag healthy. But you know what? I'm a pretty good mom. You know, pretty good. Sure, there might be a book deal in there for one or two of them, but you know, like for Christmas last year, I took the entire family to Grease. Yeah, the musical. Wish you could have seen the look in their faces when I told them I was going to take them to Hamilton. And I just celebrated 30 years of marriage. I went out to dinner. Still not sure what my husband did that night. He's a little pissed at me because I told him I was performing for 8 guys. Called me a slut. I said, I'm getting paid. So he said, break a leg. Yeah. You know, but sometimes I get mad at him, and like I said, I like to stay current, so I have checked out some dating websites. You know, like eHarmony or OkCupid, right? 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Apparently those guys drive some big trucks. I think it's a euphemism for something. Apparently that size does matter, according to those guys. Anyway, I'll find out on Tuesday. So, you know, I've always liked to write, yeah. And my first year at university, I attended the University of Maine in Orono. There was a grad student there by the name of Stephen King. Yeah, he writes books. I've never been able to prove it, but I'm almost certain I was the inspiration behind several of his novels. Cujo, for sure. And you know, I've tried to send him ideas, what with the restraining order and all, it's a little difficult. But I had this one I tried to send him, you know, when I first moved to Toronto, I couldn't help but notice no one ever got on or off at Rosedale subway station. Stephen King shit, right? Anyway, his loss. So you guys have been great. Thanks a lot. I'll leave you with this. You all know what a watershed event is? You know, one of those events that leaves an indelible mark on you, like the Kennedy assassination, 9/11, World War I, the sequel. This week, I experienced my own personal watershed event I'd like to share with all of you if I can.
Yes, do it.
Have you ever had the bus driver lower the platform for you?